Hello there. Okay, this is the third time making the video, and I just want to problems with audio. I was doing this, and it sounded really bad, and it was too long. I kind of want to compress it all. So okay, it's been 6 months now on the road, and the last update I had, I was in Valencia. I was in Valencia, and I was working, and it was all great. Except I started getting anxious, started getting depressed. It got so bad that I couldn't really work anymore. I was kind of going around and around and around for 3 hours, just not able to deliver stuff. And so talking with my wife at the time, and she's in a great place, and so decided to come back. But couldn't come back because of financial problems, because also the volume of packages was really, really poor. So I was ending up spending more fuel than delivering just for that week. The week prior, it was loads of volume. So just for that week, so I didn't have the fuel to get back. So I devised a cunning scheme, and I broke the car so that the insurance would take it to my home, which is when my wife is. And so they took it, and it was great, but it took them a whole week. So when I get back to Marbella, because they gave me a taxi after they've taken my car into holding, they I was without I went to my parents' place because that's what's in the insurance, and they wouldn't take me in. So then I went to my wife wouldn't take me in, and so but she was saying you can't sleep on the street, so we're gonna go to this hotel. It's gonna be like the honeymoon we never had, because my wife left me 2 days after our wedding. So that's great, except that she was already in debt, had to go into more debt to afford that. So it was kind of a weird situation. And then the next night, she's saying you can't sleep on the street, and she doesn't have any more money, and so I have to pay for it. And at that point, that money for that hotel was enough money for me to work 3 to 4 days in the city to keep the earning machine going. So with that spent, it's like there was just nothing more. The payday was like 170, the hotel was 40. I had to pay 100 for social security, and I just ended up having nothing. So I got nothing, and the wife is not interested, and I'm on the street, and I thought, okay, I'll go to the bank, see if I can get a loan. Turns out I owe the bank like 650 euros, and next month I'm gonna owe them another 350. Not the bank, but anyway. So I'm about a grand in debt. About a grand and a half in debt when I can start paying it, but and about half of that in debt right now. So like the debt is just increasing, which is fine and good. It's not a problem. It's just giving you more impetus and motivation to work. And jobs are plentiful, and I can get jobs. I just need to switch off the kind of road I've been going, which this whole entire road was autonomy, be able to work with your wife. That's to say, have a position available for her if she's illegal or illegal, that she can work with you every day, and therefore my conscience is clean because I'm doing everything that I can to be with her, to work with her, to support her, to protect her. But when the wife just doesn't want to do that, and after 2 days just leaves, okay, it's okay, gotta shut that down, shut that off. All right, something else. Great. So I can do that. I can shut it off. In April, the season starts here. Jobs are everywhere. Money is everywhere. Cigarette packets falling out the sky. It's just like great. So anyway, I've come back on the street. No money. No car. No mercy, no love, no joy. But that's not true, because I meet a guy who's always at the same place. I meet him, lovely guy from Estonia, and just I tell him what's up, and he's like, "Oh, don't you worry. Look," gives me 40 bob and says, "Go to the shop, buy a tent, and sleep next to my tent." And his tent is next to a house on the beach, which is another homeless guy occupies, who I know, and is a good lad. And I've been talking to him, and been giving him my cooker and stuff, because I don't cook in the van anymore. And so that works out just swimmingly, and it works out so well that I end up giving him back the 40, because just by happenstance, I not only get another 20 to buy food, I get a free tent, a free sleeping bag, and a free pillow, all in like a few hours. And it's like, that's when you know that you're in the will of God, when things are just like ridiculous. That's when the the force of the Almighty One is behind you, and you're in that river of life when stuff happens like that. It was just crazy, and that was beautiful. And sleeping next to the beach every night for those 7 days, I had the most vivid, intense, beautiful dreams. I really actually miss that quite a bit. When you don't have those of the sea every moment of your sleeping, it's like it doesn't stimulate. Like, you know, I'm sleeping here in the van, and it's like, it's tragic. I barely dream at all. But I got other benefits being here, which I appreciate and I'm very grateful for. So at the end of that 7 weeks, you know, I was being fed well, you know, not only by this charity, which I'm going to go into really quickly, but by the homeless guy, like, you know, because he's giving lots of food, and it was just awesome. Really cool. That's always available. So if I ever, any time of the year, that's always available, which is just great. So I've basically got a bedrock foundation if push comes to shove and I lose everything. You know, I could make it a lifestyle if I wanted to, but I personally prefer the steel walls of the car than the raggedy tent. But, you know, it's available. It's available. So that's great. That I now know where the mercy and beauty and joy is, and I got to touch it. It's awesome. And where the foundation is, right? Because it's all about charity, okay? And so, right, getting off of the abstract onto the concrete. So this charity gives me 20 euros to spend in the shop, and the first shops were a bit awkward, but now I'm gonna show just so we can have some visual stuff going on. Okay, we got two butters. That was like for $4.50. I'm not gonna reach the bread, but it's basically 2 big kilo breads essentially. I think those go with the butters. So bread and butter. Oh, got me some Gouda cheese, which I've just been eating, and I got to eat quick because it's a cold cheese. Got some extra bread there. I got about 10 to 12 bananas. Got a kilo of biscuits and 6 liters of milk. So it's like I got milk, biscuits, raw fruit, raw dairy, basically. You know, because this is fermented at least, and maybe it's not raw, but it's got fats, protein, everything you need, right, for 20 a week. And I've been, over the last 3 weeks. Because I've been here 3 weeks now. Well, this is the 3rd week. I've been able to get it down to a T, and you know, I eat maybe once a day, maybe a tiny bit in the morning, mostly at night, and some, you know, it's mostly drinking than eating. The milk is my main thing. Like a liter of milk is about 650 calories, and then with some biscuits, banana, some bread and butter, I'm on like enough maintenance calories. Like I don't do anything. I just get up, sit in the library. I use my brain a lot, and then come back to the car, and I'm loving it. When I do feel hungry, it's just great. I feel like hungry. Yeah, you know, this is awesome. Seriously, it's like if you're not feeling hungry, it's like you're just satiated all the time. Like, yeah, you know, satiated. If you're feeling hungry, it's woo, let's go. Let's feel that, you know, thirst for hunger, thirst and hunger for righteousness. You know, I love it. I love it. And so, yeah. How to get out of this mess, right? If you want to call it a mess, you know. So in April time, season starts here. Get a job there. Pays $1,500 a month, and then plus tips. Tips pay for all my food. The $1,500 a month will pay for all the debt that I have. The next $1,500 will just be an extra. I can pay all my insurance. The next $1,500 would just be like for the next year. You know, like I got to pay like $850 in insurance a year, and food I can basically get for free if I'm unemployed and stuff. Or let's say 20 a week for food. Let's just say that because this works. So that's $100 a month. So 1,200 for food, 800 for insurance, and you know, like literally, what else do you need? Oh yeah, I got to get the ITV and stuff. Like, anyway, that's an aside. But basically, working in the season, making enough money for the rest of the year. So you got like 9 months free is where we're going. I plan to update in 6 months' time, because that will be at the end of the season once everything's settled. But let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, I'll update in 6 months' time, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, you know, it could be in a mansion, could be dead, or you know, See you later.